Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I am Lynn with Plasma Energy Solution, and today is April 7th, 2020. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've been following suggestions that you're seeing in some of my previous videos that are saying have cash in your wallet, have gas in your car, have food in your pantry, and check and see how your plasma pantry looks also. There's some important things that you want to have in there. I want to share with you something that I came across, and there will be a link that goes out to this article, and it's from Natural News, and there is a website, naturalnews.com, so you can probably find this pretty easily. And the question is raised, is FIVEG to partially blame for all the deaths in the headlines? Can it cause blood that's circulating in your body to be unable to carry oxygen? What's especially horrifying about the critical care of these patients is they aren't suffering from viral pneumonia, but rather from an inability to absorb or carry oxygen in the blood. There are several videos with this article. I would suggest that you watch them, and it does go into how is oxygen transported in the body in the first place. Okay, so you know there's a little bit of technical information here, which is always good, and they're also talking about some symptoms of one type of exposure and something that is in the headlines. So you're going to want to open up this article and take a good look at it, because there's a lot of information in there for you. Does this exposure to this FIVEG alter the ability of red blood cells to carry oxygen? And the important thing to understand is any alteration of the delicate structure of hemoglobin will impair its ability to bind with oxygen. And so again, this is more in the report that's just giving you some of the more technical aspects of it. Can exposure alter the structure of hemoglobin by increasing affinity toward other molecules which are not oxygen molecules? And again, you're going to see some more of the more technical side of information. So we live in a situation where we don't know who is controlling the narrative about everything, but I would remind you that the first place that this outbreak happened was the first major city to roll out this technology. And some places where there's been a high occurrence have been other places that have rolled out. So I would encourage you to do your research. Turn off the movies, turn off the TV, and get busy in research. And having said that, I was just watching some information before I turned on the camera that we may run into a situation where there is no internet and no cell phone. So I would give a heads up to other family members, just so you know not to worry about one another. And so anyway, just pay attention to things, okay? Because there's a lot of information out there. Now, something that I shared in my last video that I did, there's a great way to oxygenate your body. And you don't have to go to a gym. You can do it right in your home. And Wim Hof is from Europe, and he is often called the Iceman. So if you go on the internet, in this time that you have to research, look up Wim Hof and some of the amazing things he's done. He climbed Mount Everest in shoes and shorts and a cap, and that was all. He did not have on a shirt, a jacket, thermal, layers, pants. He was in shorts, shoes, and he either had a hat or a headband, okay? How the heck does he do this? He goes into this on his site, and he has several videos up if you look for them. Wim Hof tips for the virus in the headlines for those of you that are homebound. About Wim Hof, the Iceman, and it's really an amazing story. Guided breathing with Wim Hof, and this is so easy to do. All you have to do is turn on that video and follow what he says to do. It just takes a few minutes, and you can do it sitting down, lying down, whatever's comfortable for you, but it's a great way to bring more oxygen into your body. Okay, now another thing that we have talked about, and I want to touch on it again. When I did virus relief, I'm going to read again what goes into it. It includes the energies of copper, zinc, shungite, silver, gold, amino acids, hemoglobin, CBD, and C60. There are additional energies of minerals, precious metals, salts, leaves, roots, rhizomes, bulbs, teas from various plants to help bring your body into balance and maintain beneficial frequencies in your body. It also has the B9 salt that Dr. Paul discussed in a video that he did in September 2019 about cold and flu relief. So you might look at that under, you can also find that video just on our website. And Korean B9 salt has over 70 minerals, and it is said to have all the elements on the periodic table. And it's called B9 salt because it's baked over and over in bamboo, and they go through a baking process, putting the salt in the bamboo and then basically baking it 9 times, where the bamboo is pretty cooked and burned looking. That then there are also ingredients. Oh, and I want to go back on that. When we were checking energy fields on the B9, they were over 50 feet. That was after Dr. Paul did a GANS of the B9 salt. So it's an important thing that he felt was an excellent addition to many of the formulas he put together. There are also ingredients found in lung support, and these ingredients came from herbs that cost a woman over $1,000 a month when she was treating a certain lung condition that she had. After we made the GANS, she was so pleased because she no longer had to do that purchasing. She had her vial of lung support. There are certain GANS plasma energies found in anxiety relief. Now, why anxiety relief? Well, look around you. I think and certainly there's times that I'll even get into a little bit of an anxiety mode, and then I've got to just relax, you know. Figure out if you're driving the bus or if you're a passenger on the bus. And if you're not driving the big bus out there that's taking care of the economy and the news and everything else, then don't get in. If you can't do anything about it, Dr. Paul was so efficient about things like this. Lynn, if you can't do anything about it, don't spend a lot of time on it. Now, if I can do something about something and be proactive, doggone right I'm going to spend time on it. But he was much better about not getting drawn in to spending time on things he couldn't do anything about. Okay? Now, there's a combination of the shungite and the silver GANs, which helps address frequencies such as those found in Wi-Fi radiation, these G energies, and higher. He addressed his combination in a video on September 16, 2019. Plasma energy, can plasma energy, shungite, silver GANs, and magnets balance conditions caused by glyphosate, 5G, and Wi-Fi. So you might want to go look for that video because he had a lot of information in that video also. The shungite is also said to contain all the elements on the periodic table. It's a very regional specific mineral that we can, or group of minerals I should say, that come from Shunga, Russia. And when he made things, this is the breaker box magnet, okay? And you can see it's got a couple magnets on it, so it goes on the breaker box door in the inside of your house. The reason it's dark is it has shungite. And the reason it's special is that he added silver GANs water to the shungite in making these magnets. And the Russian and Japanese research showed that the torsion fields that are wreaking havoc on our bodies run in the opposite direction of our beneficial torsion fields. Now, if I did this backwards, you're looking at it, so you're looking at the right, and so I'll say our body's fields go to the torsion fields go like this. The non-beneficial fields, as you're looking at them, go like this. This helps to alter these non-beneficial fields into beneficial fields. So that's the whole purpose of New Tech frequency relief and the ingredients that were placed in that. And the New Tech frequency relief also had the energies of C60, silver GANs, epizode, green tea, star of anise, nutmeg, milk thistle, and much more. So when we did the magnets, these are the size that go on your phone or your cell phone or your computer, anything that's emitting electronic radiation. So it might go on a microwave in a kitchen. I don't have a microwave, so I didn't have to put it on that. But anything that has a little digital clock on it, that's what I'm using these on. And of course they're like I said, on the cell phone, you can carry these in a pocket. Now, how do I know this changes energy fields? I had one of these in my pocket one day, and I was with a group of people, and I actually take time off once in a while and play cards with a group, or I did until we all got to stay home. But she said her hand had been sore for 3 weeks. And so I had one in my pocket, and I said, well, here, why don't you just stick that on your sore hand like this? And just keep it all afternoon and just use it, you know, when you have a moment. And so she took it from me, and she did this. And then she handed it back to me, and I said, well, don't you want to keep it? And she said, I don't know what's in that, but my pain is completely gone. So it seems to me that maybe pain fields must have a different energy torsion field than our beneficial fields in our body, because that changed it for her. And subsequent times I saw her, she still didn't have the pain. So this is even good for more things than your electronics. And we have done, this is a lapis pendant that we have. And this is, I've just done these, so I don't have the hole in it yet for a pendant. But this is for, this is fluorite and shungite. And the fluorite comes in a lot of different colors, so sometimes you're going to get something that's very dark, and then sometimes the stones are lighter. So, but it's all fluorite, okay? And then, of course, I'm wearing Amazonite, and here's an Amazonite pendant that was put together. So these are all, and the reason for the Amazonite pendant, the fluorite and the lapis, is those are things that work well with the energy fields. And you'll just have to read up on them to see if something has a particular appeal to you. So, well, and here's what I'm going to say. If we run out of internet ability and cell phone ability, then what you might want to do is go to our website and print out a product list if there's anything you're interested in. If we're in a situation that we don't have it for a while and you want to order something, well, you know, there's an old-fashioned way to do it. And you write your order down and you put it in an envelope with a check or a postal money order, and you address it. And you would address it to me, Lynn Schmaltz, SCHMALTZ, P.O. Box 1827, Red Lodge, 2 words, Red Lodge, Montana, 59068. And that will get to me, and eventually your order will get to you. Now, it's not the speedy, fast way to do things electronically, but it's, gosh, you guys, it's the way people used to order things. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and please do take the time to take care of yourselves. Take the time to look into the Wim Hof exercises. You're going to oxygenate your body. If you're drinking the plasma energy waters, that's the best thing you can be doing, because you're changing the quality of water in your body. You're changing it to a high quality energy field rather than a lower quality field. And I did have somebody who went one day with her jar of energy water, and she took it to her chiropractor and asked him if he would check the energy fields. He had a certain way of doing that, and so she thought, well, I'll just see if he would check it. Well, she said he was just crazy busy that day, but what he did is he took some commercial waters that he had available off the shelf and along with her water, and he tested the energies on each of them. I don't know what his system is, because I don't know even what his name is, and he's on the East Coast. And what he did, he looked at her and he said, well, on a 1 to 12 scale, the way I've tested the energies, my commercial waters are testing 0, and the water you just brought in tested 12. I don't know what his scale was, but that was very interesting to me that had happened. And then she also asked him, well, would you test the energy fields? Well, the energy fields that he came up with were 36 feet. And that corresponded to what Paul and I had done a couple years prior when we tested the energy fields on the plasma energy station, on a pair of patches. And the pairs of patches look like this. I've got some that I've got to package up here, and this just happens to be lung support, but I always send them out in pairs when they're going outside of the country. Those pairs tested over 30 feet, just like the 16 vials. And then I had a little pair of Post-it note size of pads. I tested those. The energy fields were over 30 feet. And at that point, we realized that size does not matter with the plasma energy. It's getting the energy onto something that you can then utilize. So there's lots of blogs on the website. While you've got time and the access to the internet, Maybe if you have a printer and you want to put together information, go in and print out some of my blogs. Print out some of the articles we've written. Print out the frequently asked questions and the testimonials. And then you've got a hard copy reference book at your fingertips. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and don't forget how important New Tech frequency relief is. This happens to be a spray bottle that I have. I keep near my desk. As you can see, I use the virus relief. When I'm going outside and going to the post office or something, I just spray this all over myself. And so you can see my bottles going down a little bit. But I've just taken it off my main supply bottle and put a vial in the bottom of it. And then I have it at my desk, and it's handy just even if I want a little bit to have as a couple swallows. So I better stop and swallow that before I try to keep talking. Okay, well, I hope you all have a good week. Please prepare yourselves. Don't be lax about this, okay? Do take time to get a look at your pantry. And if you've got the funds to do it, go out and support the little shops that are still open. Maybe there's a specialty shop that carries teas, and maybe they carry packaged soups, maybe they carry specialty pestos or something. Whatever you feel like would be appropriate for your situation. Support these people. They're trying to keep their doors open. They've got inventory. Some of their inventory has a long shelf life. So take a look at things like that might be around you. Okay, well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, a good rest of your week. Thank you for taking time to watch. And the website, I should mention that, plasmaenergysolution.com. And during the month of April, which was Dr. Paul's birthday month, you can use the word Paul as a coupon word for any single vials that you want to order and get 20% off. So thank you again. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and do share it with others. Thank you.